What's going on, guys? It's your boy Big Hero Chris back at you with another one. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, the community post. You already know the vibes. And I'm back again. I know I keep doing the disappearing act, man. I know the last time I uploaded any type of content, it was like over 20 days ago at this point. And even then I was like, yo, I'm back, I'm gonna start uploading more, and then I just didn't, man. You know, life happens. Sometimes you feel like uploading content, sometimes you don't. That's the joys of being a YouTuber. You can do it whenever you want to. It's not really helpful for your channel, so, you know, take that small bit of advice. And to my credit, there have been times where I tried to upload content and the audio quality didn't come out the way I wanted to, and I didn't feel like re-recording what I already said, so I just, you know, whatever. But I am indeed back because this is a big week for professional wrestling, man. Like we had Monday Night Raw last night, NXT Tuesday night, Dynamite, I believe Collision Thursday, SmackDown Friday, Ring of Honor Friday. Then you got 3 wrestling events going on Saturday, All In, Great American Bash, Saturday night's main event. And the main thing I want to talk about is what's going down on Sunday, and that is WWE Evolution, the all women's events. And that's the main topic of this video, man, because I wanted to upload this yesterday, but I was like, let me watch Raw to give my final thoughts on the handling of Evolution. And like the reason I wanted to make this video is a lot of things, like the overall handling, the whole overall presentation of this show, my little conspiracy theory that a lot of other people share as well, and just the overall show. So first and foremost, I am really excited that they are bringing Evolution back. It's been 7 years, far too long. Like they should have been brought Evolution back, because you have an amazing, talented roster of women, and they could have been done this second Evolution. But this leads into my conspiracy theory, the fact that, you know, the fans have been asking for this, wrestlers have been asking for this, everybody's been asking for this, and it doesn't really seem like it was priority for WWE. Even now that the event is literally a few days away, it still doesn't feel like priority, because like the way it was announced, I believe the first time it was announced that there will be an Evolution 2 was when it was during the last Saturday night's main event, when they announced the 2-night Atlanta extravaganza, or whatever they're calling it, which happens to take place during All In weekend, which I'll get into that a little bit further in this video. But the way that they announced the show, it was like, all right, so you have Great American Bash at 3, then you have Saturday night main event that night, and then you have Evolution Sunday. And it was like, I get what you're doing because you want to build this up as a whole weekend event, but the fact that this is the second time you're doing an all women's pay-per-view, you would think that you would have a little bit more extra for that, like a little bit more pomp and circumstance, like a cool video package, you know, hyping up that this is the second time we're doing this. Maybe show footage of the last Evolution event, show the past, present, and future roster of women, you know, show Io Sky doing moonsaults and Rhea Ripley throwing people off shit, and, you know, just all these women doing all these amazing things. And we didn't get that, and that was my first indication that this wasn't going to be priority, and I've been proven right, bro. I've been proven right, because like I said, this is happening the same weekend as All In. All In is in Texas, and it's happening that Saturday. This show is happening that Sunday, and you already know that if Evolution would have taken place on a different weekend, which according to reports, it was supposed to take place July 5th, and for whatever reason, Triple H said, nah, we can just do this weekend on July 13th, the same weekend as All In. And it's like, that's strike one. That's strike one, because you know this is something people have been asking for. And if this would have had its own weekend, like its own day, like on a Saturday or on a Sunday, people would pull up. And the fact that you're doing this the same weekend as All In, the same day as a Beyonce concert, which is taking place in Atlanta as well. The same day as the MLB All-Star game. It's like, bro, WWE did not do this show any favors. They did not do the women any favors at all. Presentation wise, they haven't really talked about it. The only brand that's really, gone in and put in any type of effort as far as building up Evolution was NXT, because they were building up the number one contenders match to see who would face JC Jane. So they had matches, qualifying matches, then they had a fatal 4-way, and then you had the winners of the qualifying match that went into the fatal 4-way cut promos as to why this was so important, not just competing for the NXT Women's Championship, but competing at Evolution and how much that meant to them. And it seemed like NXT was doing the heavy lifting when it came to Evolution, because the main roster, they didn't really do any favors for Evolution. Like they barely mentioned it. Like it was the show at the time was 2 weeks away, and you didn't have any matches. The only thing you knew was JC Jane was gonna wrestle, and that was it. You didn't even know who her opponent was. And then like this past week, they really went into overdrive as far as building up the show. But it's like the show is this Sunday, and it's like when you're writing an essay and you're waiting until the last minute to cram everything in and just make up some stuff just to not even to like get an A. You're just trying to get a passing grade. It's like, as long as I get a C, I'm good. That's what WWE feels like. As long as we put this show out there, we have some matches on there, we're good. And this leads to my conspiracy theory. And this isn't just my conspiracy theory. Apparently, a lot of wrestling fans and even some talent feel this way as well. The conspiracy theory is that WWE hasn't really put their best foot forward for Evolution, because if you do that and people don't really show up like that and the numbers don't do well, then that kind of gives WWE the excuse as to not doing this again. So it's like, oh yeah, we want to do it for the fans, but logistically it just doesn't make sense. It didn't make this much money. Nobody really showed up like that. And it's like, we see what WWE is doing. Like, this isn't like, we're not dumb. There are some fans that are dumb, but for the most part, if you see what's going on, you see that the fix is in. And even something funny that not necessarily funny, but over the weekend, a hashtag started, what was WrestleTix hiding, right? And this was the reason I say it was funny is because this reminded me of old school Twitter, where like that the whole point was to get a hashtag trending, to get the trending topic popping. And it was just like a whole bunch of people just posting random videos or pictures or just eyeball emojis as to why WrestleTix hasn't posted anything about Evolution since May, and it's July, and the event is a couple of days away. Now eventually WrestleTix did post and updated the updated numbers for Evolution, and I don't have it in front of me right now. I can't think of it off top, but you can tell that the numbers aren't looking too good. Like, it's not looking too good. And you already know, like I mentioned before, that this kind of feels like the plan, right? We're like, WWE's presenting a women's pay-per-view. They're making matches for it, but they're not really giving this show the shine that it deserves. And even looking at the card looks solid. Like, you have Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. You have a 4-way match for the tag team titles. You have Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. Naomi versus Jade Cargill. You have a battle royale. Like, you have some good matches on this card. It's just that the build sucks. The only thing that has any type of real build to it is Naomi versus Jade Cargill. And the thing is, like, you could have done something more with Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, because there's a story there. You could have done a little bit more with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. But the thing is, Io Sky hasn't wrestled in a month. Io Sky hasn't defended her championship since WrestleMania, which is over 2 months ago. So, like, what are you supposed to do with that? And the story they're telling, it's looking like Io Sky's gonna drop the title. And I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but that's the way it's looking. And so when you have a situation like that, when you have events going on like that, you can't help but think that WWE really did screw up this build, that WWE didn't really do right by the women, that WWE is just trying to give us a show just for the sake of giving us a show, but with no intention of doing this ever again. So those are my overall thoughts on the whole build to Evolution. Now, I will watch. I'm gonna do a predictions video for it, like my typical prediction short for it. I'm gonna do a predictions video for it. I'm gonna do a review for it. I'm gonna watch it because I do want to support. And if you are a fan of women's wrestling, like you say you are, I encourage you to watch it as well. So, you know, at least give this show some type of number. And I do hope that there is a big walk up of people that want to, you know, support and show up. But I don't know, man. But with that being said, guys, your boy is back. The boys are back in town. What do you think of this event, and what do you think of WWE's handling of Evolution? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Bees, I'm out. Peace.